This episode is brought to you by Pentester Academy.com, the leader in online cybersecurity education. Also brought to you by Hacker Arsenal, artillery for cyber warriors. Be sure to check out our latest attack defense gadgets on hackerarsenal.com. Hey everyone, I'm sitting down here with Craig Ramsay today. Thank you so much for joining me, Craig.
No bother. Thank you.
So, is this your first time attending Hardware.io conference?
Yeah, first time this year. Yeah.
What made you want to get involved in it?
I was actually working close by last year on a security project, so it's just a good chance to come back over, see some friends, present some work.
Nice. And what do you currently do for a living right now?
So I'm starting a PhD project back in Scotland at the University of Strathclyde, also on sort of hardware security.
Okay. And am I allowed to ask what the project is, or is it still new? Or?
Well, I would tell you if I knew.
Okay.
But, just starting it, it's part of the game, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. And what made you want to get involved in the cybersecurity field in the first place?
So it was, I guess, really over time getting just lower and lower level until you realize things don't always just kind of work. People can break these things, and it's both fun to actually attack, but also someone has to work and try and protect against these things.
Right. And so I know that you just did a talk today. So can you tell me a little bit more about the highlights of your talk?
Yeah, sure. So in this project, we were trying to actually measure the radiation that comes off devices and try and use that to get some information about what the devices are doing. So the idea is getting encryption keys from over the air and just nefarious things like that, really.
Okay, cool. And so what do you find most interesting about the cybersecurity field?
I think it's just that there's always this kind of cat and mouse chase, really. There's always something to do. Like someone finds a new way to break something, then you have to defend against that, and it just keeps on going round, and there's always something happening. It's just a nice group.
Nice. Okay. And so now, given your experience and everything, what do you see as one of the biggest growing threats within the cybersecurity community today?
IoT.
IoT devices? Really? Can you tell me a little bit more? What do you think?
Just the fact that you're going to have all of these devices scattered about, monitoring everything, made by, companies that are commercially driven, don't always put in the right sort of protections, and it'll be fun.
Yeah. What do you think companies should do? Because it does seem like it's always an after the fact cleanup as opposed to a prevention. I'm assuming, correct?
I imagine so. Yeah. It's I think it's a hard thing to consider as a startup, but in the future, I think maybe if that's more of a kind of like an organic label, even where people pay a little bit extra for something they realize is a bit more protected, that could be a potential way forward, but I don't. Yeah.
Was there a certain IoT device that you really think is, has potential for extreme hacking or anything like that?
Well, just there's so much that you have on your person, have in your house, monitoring things about you. It could turn sour through many different ways, but.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I really appreciate it, Craig. Thank you so much. This episode was brought to you by Pentester Academy, the leader in online cybersecurity education. Also brought to you by Hacker Arsenal, artillery for cyber warriors. Visit us on hackerarsenal.com to check out our latest attack defense gadgets.